Welcome back, Ty here, and today we're going to be taking a look at making mods for Kerbal Space Program. And you want to start off with going to Steam, going to Store, going to Search and Store, which is over here on top right. Search Blender, click it, and then download it. So that's awesome and great, and once you install it, it's going to be in, you're going to hover over your library section, like hover over library, and you're going to hit software, and there it is. It's going to be there, and yes. And the next thing you want to download is Unity, because Kerbal Space Program is made in Unity. So, first things first, you want to start off with a new Blender file, and just so you can get used to like how to use Blender, I would recommend that you look up tutorials on how things work in here. But anyways, I have a mod or add-on installed in Blender, and so I can import .mu files. So let's go over here, speed win, and today we are gonna be, how's about we make a, I think we are gonna make, let me see what we should, because I don't want to make a fuel tank because a lot of other people have made fuel tanks. And I might also do internal views for cockpits or landers and stuff. But I think right now we are going to be doing inline advanced stabilizer. No. Actually, yes. So, crap. I'm actually making a mod that uses this model, so it's going to be helpful. And so first off, we want to go to File. Actually, first we want to press delete, and press delete to delete that object. And we want to go to File, Import .mu, and then we want to go back to this folder. We want to go do this. Control C, Control V, and then do that, and then press that, import mu, it's gonna be right there, and file, save as, and name it to whatever you want. Let's name it, stabilizer. I don't know how to spell it. Crap. Stabilizer. Okay. Just making sure that we have correct spelling. There we go. And we want to save it to our desktop. Whoops, I accidentally pressed something. Actually, go away. Go. Okay. Go away. Okay. I can just do this. Desktop. This. Blender file. And so I do not see it here. Crap. Actually, I just realized I'm so stupid. Just put it here. Okay, there we go. And make sure that when you first do this, you right click, select, well actually you want to open it, right? And then it's going to ask you, what do you want to open it with? And make sure you press Blender. If you do not do that, it will not work. So, and when you do that, the icon should appear. And, And let's drag it to Unity. That did not work. Let me try that again. Let's drag it to Unity. Like that. And place it there. And then another thing we want is we want to go to Blender, or not Blender, just download part tools, and we want to go into that. And then first off we want to, yeah, I think this way. And then we want to go to Documents, or wherever you save your Unity files, and we want to go to, I named this one video, and we want to go back to part tools. I'm going to press this, Control C and Control V, put that in there, X out of that, press that, and then it's going to be and press import everything, and it's going to download everything, and then we have to wait a little bit because that's loading all the shaders. And yeah, so let's wait. And before we go on, I can also mention that you can create your own models here, right? And they will be awesome. Like, you can create something wacky or something serious, like a fuel tank, or jeez, a command prompt. Not a command prompt, a command pod. That's what I was trying to say. So yeah, it's done. No. So that is gonna be great. And hurry up. Just a few more seconds. Loading some more shaders. And when it's done, it should have a part tools folder, and yeah. So first off, you want to drag this out here. Add component, KSP, part tools, and set game dir, set game data dir. And what I like to do is I like to make a game data folder right here, right? And then we're gonna put stabilizer, that, and then put it in there. And it's gonna be fine and dandy. So, as I said before, you can make your own models in here and place them into Unity. That's totally cool. But for now, we are going to be making our own models. And for this, I forgot to mention earlier, we want to go to, where is it? Where do I have it? Right here. Paint.net. Download it from the internet. It's great. It's fabulous. It's so easy to use. And I made my space game thingy with it, and it's very, very easy to use. So, yeah. Takes a little bit to load, but yeah. Cool. We have this loaded, and what we want to do is we want to get the model. And before I go on, I can mention that okay, so yes, I can mention that you can search up a rocket. Let's search up I just completely forgot all the rockets. There's a Delta rocket, I think. Delta rocket, rocket. I don't know how to spell rocket. Delta like floor rocket. I don't know what it's called. Images. And what you can do is you can go here. Come on. What I would do, either you can take a screenshot of this or you can download it. I'm just going to download it. Save image as. It's going to save it. I'll just save it to my desktop. Save it there. And once you have that, what you can do is you can take this. You can take this, put it into this, open it, and then what you want to do is you want to magnify this, right? Actually, don't magnify it a lot. And what you want to do is you want to take, here? You want to take your box tool and you want to box a tiny portion of the engine, or fuel tank. That's what I meant. Just a tiny little slip of it, like that, and Control X. Okay, and then what we want to do is delete that. We don't need that anymore. Control V. This is gonna work. Come on. Come on. Respawn. Peace. Okay. There we go. And you can have that. And then you can do some majestic things and make that as your texture by saving it, and placing it on your spaceship. So, so that's cool. It's like you can copy stuff and then put it as your engine. And make sure it's procedural tank. That'll work for this. But anyways, I digress. So back to this. What we want to do is, so we have this thing and it looks very weird. And I know when I first looked at it, it looked kind of weird. And what we can do is we can change stuff up. So maybe we want to change this to a solid color. So what we'd want to do is, I don't know why you would change this to a solid color. We want to change this. Ah, crap. Yeah, go back. Change the width to like 420. Okay. And then we just want to like cover this. Like we can retexture it and everything, but make sure when you're doing, when you're making your own textures, they have the same outline. So as you can see, there's the top, the bottom, and I believe that's around the top and around the bottom. And then this is the sides, and then this is like this is some of the sides, and this is the other part of the sides. I can show you what I mean later. But let's finish doing this. Let's do that. Pretty simple. And you can also just use shapes to make it beautiful. But when you do this, it kind of looks like someone just like spray painted it. And I think that looks I think it looks very like Kerbal Space Program-y. And you can make, I don't know, green. Who doesn't like green? Okay. There. And yes, this is our awesome majestic texture. I don't know if I would call it majestic, but yeah. So let's file. Save as module .0002. There we go. Save that. Make sure it's a DDS file. DDS. Remember that. Make sure it's that. Alright. So, yes, that's great, fun, and yes. So, what you want to do is, once you finally made your texture, where did I put it? Okay, there. What you want to do is, you want to, oh crap. Okay. What you want to do is copy your notepad, or the file extension to the notepad is CFG. It stands for config. So make sure when you make this, you save it as CFG, the code. So you want to have this, or press Control, click this, and your texture that you made. Control C, and this is for the inline advanced stabilizer. And what you want to do is you want to go to game data, make your own custom path. So let's say we have new folder. Let's name a new folder because why not? You want to have another crap. You want to have new folder, and you want to name it parts. Go into that new folder, commands. Go into that new folder, and inline advanced inline stabilizer. Just abbreviate it so they're not the same. And Control V, and I like to do it large icon so I can see what the texture is. And this model MU can be customized, just saying. And by the way, make sure that you rename your texture. If you just copy the model and you just want to retexture it for some reason, make sure that you rename the model to 000. Yeah, for this. Make sure that's that. And that's all great. And make sure you also rename the notepad. Advanced inline stabilizers. Do that. And this is the name advanced potato module, and then author username, or just a name. And the title can be, the title cannot be the same. You need to change the title. So advanced inline stabilizer, and you can make the manufacturer the same, and that's gonna be Steedler Engineering Core. And I can just leave the description there. Leave this the same. Leave this the same. And since it's just another advanced inline stabilizers, leave that in there, and you're gonna be good to go. So save. And yes, before I continue, I'm just gonna say that let's just take BD Armory. If you go to plugins, there's this Baja Turret.dll. There's the same thing for most mods. Not that. Plugins, crossfeed enabler. And basically the DLL is in C# because Kerbal Space Program is in C#. So where is it? Right here. Sharp Develop 5.1 or whatever. Sharp Develop is a great C# program IDE, and it's fabulous because it's easy to use and it's free to download. And by the way, All the downloads I mentioned will be in the description except for Blender because it's in Steam and that's easy. And unless you can't access Steam, you can probably find another download. So, I don't want to pick blah. So, new solution. Let's do that. Console the application. Yeah, it's probably not going to be a console application because it's a we're not using the console. So let's just name it the test J. I, because that looked like an I and it was annoying me. So create. And let me just teach you a little bit about C#, because why not? So, take that out, and I can leave that in. I kind of want to do that, and I don't need that. Alright, and here's just a simple program. It's C#. This is an example of the code you might want to do, and yeah, and I can just show you some code I made. Open project solution, and which one called? That didn't work. File, open. Give me a minute. File. Here we go. Test. And this is just an inventory thing, and it's not really that complicated unless you don't know C#. Does it not work? It thinks that this is open. So sad. We want to run this. Whatever. Just believe me that this is a thing that works. Can I run? Hold on. Let me figure this out first. Okay, here we go. And when I press play, it's gonna say Sword of Destiny equipped, Sword of Destiny damaged by 20. Now, you can probably read it and stuff. So yes, learn C# and you can write the plugin DLL, and the plugin DLL is for the making the stuff happen. Like if it was a missiles mod, it tells it how you like fire the missiles and how it targets stuff and targets, yeah. So that's what C# is for, which is pretty majestic. So once you've finished all of that, like you've copied it and just retextured stuff, or if you have finished coding and everything, it's all fine and dandy. Make sure that you have it. Where have it? There we go. Make sure you have new folder and then plugin, and then you slap your DLL in here. But I do not have a plugin at the moment, and it's just gonna be parts, and it's gonna be fine and dandy. So let me prove to you that it shows up and everything in Kerbal Space Program. So I'll be right back. And now, since you have done that, if you go to Command and Control or wherever you set it to be, here it is, the AIS. If you press that, it will show up, and as you can see, it's textured as we textured it. So it looks not that great, but yeah. So we have created our own model / copied it, and you could also make your own engine and make a model for that and stuff like that. But we've copied this and we made our own texture, and we told you a little bit on how to make it show up if you copy the texture. And I'm just gonna have you look at this. I'm working on a mod, and it's called the Aid mod, or AIDS mod, depending on how many you're gonna have. So Advanced Inline Docking Enhancers, which is abbreviated to AIDS, or AID. So the Advanced Inline Docking Enhancer module containing a large heavy array of computers. These computers make calculations very quickly to automatically find and dock to an aircraft or a spacecraft. These large computers need lots of power to perform these large calculations, so keep an eye on your electricity level. And yeah, so it's going to be a docking enhancer, which is going to allow you to automatically, well, not really automatically, the user is going to have to pick a target depending on if it's an aircraft or spacecraft, and it's going to launch or fly the aircraft / spacecraft towards the target, and it's going to dock with it. So that's what I'm working on, and some other stuff. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and if you have, make sure to hit that like button down below. If you really have, then make sure to subscribe. I'm Ty, and I'll see you later.